Let's get started, everybody. Thank you for being here. It's a relatively short agenda, and I'd like to get started with the approval of the minutes, which you've all received, the exciting April 20th regular meeting minutes. Are there any questions, corrections, or adjustments to those? Hearing none, could I have a motion to approve the minutes as presented? That's from
Motion.
Marcy. Do I have a second? From Katie.
Second.
Thank you. All in favor indicate in favor by raising your hand.
Aye.
Dan, I'll presume it's an aye. Are there any
Aye.
nays? Are there any objections or any abstentions? Hearing none, the minutes are approved. The next item of business is our pay application for the month of April. George, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. Now we're billing $807,391. Included in that is Capasso Concrete. They have since finished the concrete work. Capasso Masonry, the brick and all the interior masonry, exterior brick is all complete right now. Just
George, sorry to
finishing
interrupt.
up.
Can you make this screen a little bit bigger, please?
Sure.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, they're done with the brick. They're just cleaning up, doing some washing, some caulking, but pretty much complete. General trades is just door frames, and they've actually hung up some of the marker boards and tack boards. Roofing, they've dried in the roof, done the flashing. Now they're working on the metal coping around the roof. Aluminum storefronts, they finished that south elevation. Now they're working on the west, gym entry, and then kind of working their way clockwise around the building with the metal siding and the windows. Gypsum board, that's pretty much complete with the installation of the gypsum board, and then just finishing up some taping. Acoustics, they started the ceiling grid. The rooms themselves are pretty much, the grid's pretty much in place, and they're actually working on that serpentine ceiling in the cafeteria. Flooring, that was just some leftovers. Painting, they've been doing the prime painting is in the gym, and the cafeteria ceilings right now, and also continuing with the prime painting of the walls. Plumbing, just finishing up the bathroom rough-ins are all complete. And then the HVAC with the ductwork, the drops, and actually right now they're finishing up the kitchen hood, the steel duct that's going up to the exhaust fan from the hood. Electric, just basically all finished, pulling wire and stuff, and then terminating some of the panels and installing light fixtures. Communication, same, roughing in for all the PA system and the lockdown systems, and then site work. The detention basin is complete. They're started sidewalks and curbs right now. They actually finished the retaining walls as well. Allowances, that's just for some winter protection, and then our fee. So and then we do have some stored off-site material that Steel Tech built for. It's the roof ladders, which are actually going to be on site Monday to get installed, and then also the guardrails inside the building. Those have been fabricated and scheduled to be coming out in the next week or so. So with that total, and then with the retainage, we're billing the $800,007,391. didn't know if there's any questions or anything.
George, the question I would have is that I see that our scheduled contract, this is on the last page, $51 million, and we've spent to date a total of 45 million, with 5 million left to complete, and we've got a retainage of about 2.6. Are we pretty confident that we're going to be coming in within our scheduled value?
Oh, yes. Yep. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. We could go over in the progress report, but we're carrying about, I think, 830,000 in contingency, and then like 90 in unspent allowances. So we're still pretty healthy with all of that, the contingencies and the unspent allowances. So I'm very confident that we'll come in under the GMP, or the the schedule of value.
And the balance to finish will be spent really not just till the end of May or early June. It'll be spent over the summer as well, correct?
Yeah, because the work includes that, the east parking lot, just redoing that, and then also the work in the in the ELP rooms for the summer. So
good. That's
part of that.
Anybody else have any questions concerning the pay application? Can't believe we've already spent that much money, but we have. I'll make a motion to approve the payment application as presented for number 28 for the month of April in the amount of $807,391. I'll make a motion to approve. Is there a second? I see Rusty giving a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by raising your hand, or Dan, give us an eye. Any abstentions? Any negatives? The motion's carried. All right, George, let's talk about our progress report. Good.
Okay, we're showing substantial completion of assembly and site work of the 6/15. I think the assembly, that's kind of right where the furniture, I think, is scheduled to be come in. So we're on track for that. I think it's going to be, the typical photo finish, but we're still on track for that. We have the percentages, and then, like we talked about a little bit with the budget and the potential revisions, approved revisions. But right now we're carrying about 826,000 in our contingency and 90,000 of unspent allowances. So, funds available 916,000, and with just 4 months to go or whatever, I think we're in obviously pretty good, or very good shape with that. That's just the breakdown of everything. As far as ASIPR proposal requests and RFIs, there was one proposal request was issued for the toilet room signs, adding the apostrophe, I think at the end, in the gang bathrooms. So that actually, we did have a proposal, and that was actually accepted the other day. So that was the only proposal this month. No RFIs.
Can I stop you there, George?
Mm-hmm.
Can I just stop you there? For the people in the committee, the request was to, rather than to have girls or boys, just the S, they want to add an apostrophe after the S and change all the signs out. Now, it's not a lot of money, but is this really necessary, Luke?
Yeah, if we can do it, it's a grammar school. I know I've said it before, kidding, not kidding, but it is a grammatically incorrect phrase on all the signs. So I know it's very pedantic, but we're getting kids' grammar right. So if we can do it, I think it'd be the right thing to do.
The question is, why wasn't it done to begin with?
I'm not sure. the signs got installed. We quickly picked it up and we thought we should correct that.
Maybe we should tell the town hall to change all their signs too, because they don't have any apostrophe S either. But then again, they're not teaching grammar, are they?
I'm
They're just
saying,
teaching politics, whatever. Interesting. Well, okay. I was sort of taken back by that because I had just been at town hall and I saw men's restroom and women's restroom and there ain't no apostrophe. Okay,
See,
go
now,
ahead,
now
George. I'm
Kip,
sorry.
you're going to be going into every building and noticing that.
No kidding.
I know, I'll speak up as the architect. I think we're the ones who put the signage schedule together, so grammatically incorrectly, but that's kind of the practice at every building. It's very uncommon to have apostrophes on signage. I think just because you're trying to limit the number of characters, but we can, if that's a PR that's already in and someone's pricing, that's.
All right, it's
Yeah.
a minor, I realize it's a minor
Yeah,
expense,
it's
but
not right.
Yeah.
we can be nickel and dime to death if we're not careful at the end of this project, folks. That's all I want to tell you. Okay,
And then we had 3 PCOs that were, accepted with the committee and processed. And then we're currently reviewing 6 others. And actually 4 of those 6, I think we just, got back and finished the process with those with 93 through 96. Schedule activities, no major revisions in the schedule this month. And as we mentioned, the furniture being scheduled to delivered on the 15th, and no procurement issues or delays. We pretty much have all the equipment and everything we need. As far as the summary, site work, completed the detention basin, and then started installing the light pole bases, curbing, and then also we started with the sidewalks as well. With continuing with the roof flashing, completed installation of all the exterior brick, just doing some washing and caulking, continued installation of duct work. Actually, all the trunks and everything are in, and then Monday we're going to start with the registers and grills, installing those in the ceiling grid. Water piping, that's all been complete, seeing with the sprinkler, and right now we're just doing drops into the ceiling. Gas piping was completed in the kitchen. We'll continue with installation of gyps board and taping. Actually, all the gyps board's been installed, and now just finishing up the taping. And then the walk-in freezers, coolers, that's been completed, and the kitchen hood. Right now, we're just putting in the stainless steel duct that goes where the steel duct goes from the hood to the exhaust fan on the roof, and continuing prime painting the walls and ceiling grid.
George, the gas is propane, correct?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, it's coming from our main propane tank. Okay.
Yes, it has. So then, as far as punch list, we're carrying these numbers. That was like 13 open items, ready to inspect 62, and then number closed 962. So, and then actually the Mason went in and did his punch list actually in the assembly wing before he demobilized. So that number, once we update, that'll go down a little bit. Yeah, we talked about PCOs under review, schedule. And we have some pictures. These were actually taken. I think it was like April 20th. Yeah, April 20th. So you can see the brick is pretty near complete. This whole north elevation now is complete. All the staging's down. So, like I said, they're just finishing up some of the caulking and stuff. Again, this is kind of like the north elevation. This is the gym side. And then this is the detention basin. That's complete. Over here, if you can kind of see it in the background, this is the concrete pad for the playground, and then this is where the playground's gonna go. So that concrete pad's scheduled to be poured Monday. The curbing is in for the playground. Then they'll finish putting in the stone. And we're looking to schedule the playground equipment coming in the end of this month. I think in the next, probably looking around like the week of the 22nd, having the playground equipment start coming in and installing.
It's amazing how much room there is.
Yeah, see, you kind of realize the existing building being one story, how much room that actually took,
Yeah.
pretty large footprint. This is, picture of the gym entrance. So all the bricks done, and then they've started working on the metal siding. Again, that's kind of looking where the detention basin is, where the field will be. Inside, this is the gymnasium. So have since they're painting the ceiling right now. This is chipboard, and we're just waiting for the registers to come in. But this is the gym looking into the stage area. That's kind of the media center, looking towards like the music and such, and we're putting in the ceiling grid. Again, that's kind of looking down from the media center. This is just one of the rooms, the south elevation, all that glass is in, and on the outside, the siding's complete. Now we're into the cafeteria. So, we have painted the ceiling, and they've started that serpentine ceiling or that curved ceiling. In the kitchen, the hood coolers are over here. Then again, that's the south elevation. We have since finished the metal siding. And that's the north elevation of the gym. They're taking down the staging. Well, they've taken down the staging, and that's one of the retaining walls. It's complete around the emergency generator. And that's all I have. If there's any questions or anything?
George, how are we doing with materials for all the work that has to be done on the ELP? Are we missing anything, or?
No. Actually, it's very, very not as much, because we did put down the permanent floors. They're underneath, the temporary floors. So the flooring's in, and then we have the door frames. There's a couple door frames we have to put in, and then the rest is like sheetrock and studs, and then some cabinetry. So we have all that material right now.
Good.
So there's nothing there that we need to wait for.
George, do we have any concern that with things winding down, that we're going to have difficulty getting some of the contractors back on site to finish the job?
There's always that concern. I mean, our goal is to kind of have them finish before they leave.
I know, but
so far we haven't. Yeah, we haven't run into that as of yet. But there's not. I don't think there's going to be a lot of that. So
That's what the contingency's for. Help motivate them.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody have any more questions concerning the progress of the project? Hearing none. Does anybody have anything else they want to add to the about the project today or discuss? Okay. There being none and there's no public comment, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. It's a relatively quick meeting. Oh, by the way, I'm sorry, I should mention that our plan is for the meeting next month on June 15th, which is the day after the students all exit the school. We're going to hold the meeting live in the conference room at Oxbridge, thanks to Dr. Forshaw. And we'll arrange, and if you can attend it, it'd be great. We'll still do it remotely if you need to, but we'd like to do a meeting actually at the school and use that beautiful conference room. That being the only new thing I have to add, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. Marcy, do I have a second? And Katie, all in favor indicate by raising your hand. Thank you all very much.
Aye.
Look forward to seeing you at the meeting on June 15th. Should be an exciting day with the furniture moving in as we go in. Thank you all, folks.
Thank you, Kev.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Bye.